I give those who don't appreciate my presence the gift of my absence. The land of opportunity. Girl, at the time we were still fucking like rabbits, right? And there were times we were fucking in the hospital. I remember one time I looked myself in the mirror, and boy, when I tell you, I did not recognize myself. But all you can do is just smile and laugh, and just enjoy what you have, because it can always be worse. You could be dead. So.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Brown Talk. I'm sitting here with Frank. What's up, Frank? My boy Frank. I've known Frank for pretty much going on like 10 years. Pretty much 10 years.
Yeah. 2014 is when I was working at Walmart. So yeah, 10 years. Yeah.
Going back to the Hollywood days, man. All right. So tell everybody about Frank, man. Like, where you from? Where you grew up?
So
where you grew up at?
Real quick, so I give people different names.
Okay.
Of depending on like where I've met them.
Okay.
So mostly all the people I met when I was working at Walmart still call me Frank,
okay.
But it was just then. So most people just call me Francis now.
Francis.
But yeah, I'll go by Frank. It don't really matter.
Okay.
But yeah, about me, I'm a jiu-jitsu practitioner. I do martial arts. I'm just learning how to cook. And yeah.
So where you from?
I'm Cameroonian.
Cameroonian?
Yeah.
So you from Cameroon?
Yeah, I'm from Cameroon.
Okay.
I was born there. Came to the United States when I was like 3 years old. After that, I was raised here all my life here in McDonough, Georgia. Well, first started off in Cleco, and then I came to McDonough, and been living in McDonough for a good 15 years. I moved out and living in Stockbridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made your folks want to come over here?
The land of opportunity. Shit, it's the land of opportunity. Damn, I don't know. I never really asked them. But so my father came first, right?
Okay.
Then he lived with his brother over here, and my dad worked his ass off to make enough money to bring me,
okay.
my mom, then my sister, and then years later, the rest of my three brothers came.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was my dad took care of that, and yeah, when you come to a country and you don't know the language, don't know the culture, and you're a young kid and you go to kindergarten and all you've been speaking is French your whole life, it's just, you definitely feel like a fish out of water.
Okay. So, so when you first moved, so you just said like when you first moved over here, so your parents couldn't speak like any English?
No.
Couldn't speak English either?
No, none of us spoke English. But my dad came first, right?
Okay.
And I think he was here for like a year, maybe 2 years before I came, before he got an apartment. Back when a one bedroom was like $500.
Wow.
I know, right?
I wish.
Yeah, this was like 1997, right? I think the year he came here.
Okay.
And I came to the United States in like, I think he came in 95 and I got here in 97.
Okay.
Because I was staying at the house when my parents were going to school, because I wasn't old enough to go to kindergarten yet.
Okay.
And we definitely couldn't afford no daycare or some shit.
Right.
So yeah, I was staying at the house by myself when I was like 5 years old and just watching TV.
Okay, so you've been here all your life.
Yeah.
All right. And then me and you met at Walmart.
Yeah.
Wally World in 2014.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's been going on like
Since
then?
Wally World?
Yeah, since Wally World.
So work for a different company now.
Didn't you work for QT at one point in time?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, I still do. Yeah, I didn't want to say that because it's like, damn, I don't know like what I'm going to say during this interview, and I don't want like, my opinions are my opinions alone. They're not, QT or anywhere else. You know what I mean? So, but I started working at QT. Been going. Been doing that for like 9 years actually.
9 years?
Yeah,
You trying to own a gas station?
Yeah. No. Yeah. This November will make 9 years. Well, I'll be there.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, it's a good company. It pays the bills,
Okay.
pays good. I started doing martial arts in 2020,
Okay.
and yeah, I haven't looked back since. Been doing jujitsu for about 4 years now.
Okay.
Muay Thai for about 2 years. Boxing for, I guess you could say, boxing on and off for like a year.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. So when you look in the mirror and you see your eyes and you see yourself, you look in the mirror, you looking back at yourself. Like, what do you see?
That's a good question. There was a point in time where I hated looking at mirrors. I hated looking at myself. There's a point in time where like I see a mirror, I just kept on walking. But now it's just, I don't know. I don't really. I think I admire what I see. You know what I mean? Like you look in the mirror and like your shirt is off and you're just like, damn, look at those muscles. Like, bro, I'm looking good, you know? And it's like, oh, damn, I need to get back in the gym, bro. I want to keep looking this good. I want to keep, lifting, keep, having these arms and shit, and my abs, So it's admiration when I look in the mirror, when I see myself, definitely.
Okay. How come you used to like I guess like not looking at mirrors? Like you just didn't want to like just see yourself?
I was depressed a lot
Okay.
when my younger days, especially in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely went through depression, went through dealing with bullies, Yeah, so especially being a kid from Africa,
Yeah.
you deal with a lot of. I mean, I'm sure like any other African person that's watching this, if you're not from here and you tell people, hey, and people can kind of see how you act and they say, hey, this guy's not from here.
Right.
So when you're African, usually other African Americans see you as the other,
Yeah.
and they treat you like the other. You know what I mean? And they talk to you differently. They, make fun of, hey, you're from Africa. You're, they're ignorant as fuck. They don't know, they don't know anything about the country you're from. They say all types of fucked up shit.
Right.
But it's it definitely made me less. It made me less, I guess, sentimental towards African Americans for what they're going through, and because of how I was treated when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was the kid that was level-headed and not quick to temper, where these guys would be like, what? Like those kids we saw a minute ago. They're just angry all the time.
Right.
And I think I guess I could thank my dad for that. But
Okay.
But yeah.
Have you had any seasons in your life where you felt like you lost, and why?
Oof. Feel like I lost.
Yeah.
Definitely when I had this one breakup in 2019 that really, really fucked me up. And because we were together for like 5 years.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that right there really made me look at relationships differently.
Okay.
And made me realize, like, damn, I was a piece of shit to this person. And I learned I didn't want to do that to the next person. You know what I mean? And it took me a long time to forgive myself for how I treated that girl. So, but yeah, I think even though 2019, economically was a great time, but other than that, me personally, yeah, I think I took a loss.
Okay, so that person that you said that you treated bad, do you still see her, talk to her? Like, y'all don't talk to each other?
We're friends. You know, we're on good terms now.
Okay.
But
You
yeah.
apologize?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, many times. Yeah.
Was she accepting of it?
Yeah. There was a long time she didn't want to talk to me, and yeah, it made me realize like if you ask people around me, hey, is Francis a good person? They'd be like, yeah, he's a good person. I think he's a cool dude. But me personally, when I think back on the people I've hurt, no, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a good person,
Okay.
but just because of that. You know, I said I've been bullied in, you know, my adolescent years, but I was also a bully too. So I can't just play the victim.
Okay. Has anything or is I'm gonna take the question, sorry.
You good?
Has anything or anyone stolen a piece of freight?
Stolen a piece of me?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So like they took away from who you think you really are.
No, I don't. I don't. No, I don't think so. Like somebody that took something from me. There's lessons I've learned by dealing with people.
Okay, like what?
Like, I guess mostly like relationships type shit. Just like when you realize, damn, I was with the wrong person. I was with like, yo, this is not how I should. This is not how relationships should be. And after you leave and you're just like thinking back, like, yeah, this is what I don't want moving forward. So as far as taking anything, maybe just time. But as far as taking a piece of me, like, no, I'm still here.
Okay. Okay, so you said you're an open book.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's talk about, if you don't mind. You had cancer, right?
Yeah. I'm a cancer survivor.
Cancer survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so talk about that, like what happened leading up to that. Like, how did you find out you had it, and then most important of all, man, like you're a survivor, so like, how did you come from that to where you are, like now?
So it was definitely a character developing stage in my life.
Okay.
So if I rewind the clock back to 2017, right after January 2017, right after the Super Bowl, when the Falcons shit the bed. I still haven't gotten over it. I don't think Atlanta has gotten over how the Falcons lost that. What was it? 27-3 lead?
28-3.
Oh God, you remember? 28-3 lead. Fuck. I don't think we're ever going to get over that.
Never.
Yeah, right after the Falcons shit the bed, I was getting chest pains, like just weird chest pains, like right here, right? Just these crazy, just out of the ordinary pains I don't normally feel. And it was right after I did chest day, actually. And this was back when I was lifting heavy. You know, I was like heavily into bodybuilding, and before I started martial arts. So went to Piedmont Hospital, and told the doctor, hey, this is what's going on. I told him, you know, I like to lift, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, those doctors over there, they're always busy, so they're not really trying to listen. They're trying to, like, you know, next patient.
Right.
So when I told him I was lifting, he was like, oh, okay, it was probably just pain from you lifting too much. Here, take 2 of these, call me in the morning. So he just give me these, they actually injected some painkillers in me. Like, I don't know if I think they injected through my ass. Like, not that way, no diddy, but like in the cheek. But, and I think they gave me some like ibuprofen or some shit.
Right.
And so time goes on and the pain is still there. Oh yeah, he also told me ice, and I put ice on my chest. And time goes on, pain's still there. I think like 2-3 weeks later, I'm with the boys, Genzo and Calvin, and we're playing Super Smash Bros. Right? They come over to my place, and usually we had this, I don't want to say like tradition, but we were on Sundays, we would come over to my place and we play Super Smash Bros. For like hours on end.
Okay.
And I was in pain the entire day. Like we were making jokes and stuff, but I could not really enjoy the day because I was just in pain. So after that, we decided to go to Taco Bell,
Okay.
right? And the whole ride, I'm driving my mom's truck at the time, and we're heading over there. I'm in pain. My chest feels like there's just like a 100-pound dumbbell on my chest.
Okay.
And I remember after we get the food and eat, as we're leaving, it just gets worse and worse to the point where Genzo was like, hey man, I'll drive. And I was like, all right, thank you. And we're in the car and it just gets worse and worse. And like to the point where I put my head in my shirt and I start crying. And they see how much pain I'm in. So Genzo drives me to the hospital at Piedmont. And it's like, I don't know, it's like late. It's like 9 p.m. at the time. And, you know, it's a long wait. If you ever go to the emergency room, especially here in Atlanta,
It sucks.
yeah, it fucking sucks. I hate going to the hospital. And, yeah, waiting to, you know, see a doctor, blah, blah. They do, every time you have chest pains, the first thing they do is EKG. No matter what happened, they're doing an EKG. So they do that, see my heart's fine, boom. All right, so they take me into a room. They do a CT scan. They see a mask in my chest, like between my heart and my lung, right?
Okay.
And automatically it's just like, whoa, you know, that's, you know, there's something's going on here.
Yeah.
So they tell me what they see, and the doctor, he said it could be, I don't remember the cancer he said, but it was something like a really bad, I think, not Luke. I don't know, some type of lung cancer. He said it could be that. And once you hear the word cancer, you're just like, wow, you know, you don't really hear anything else. You're just like, fucking cancer. And so the next we stayed there like pretty much all night. And like the doctor was like, you know, if you want to make a plan, we can do this, that, and the third. And this was 2017. I'm like a kid, really. It was like 9 years ago. And like I'm like, I don't know. So the next morning, I go home and I tell my mom. And my mom, the first thing out of her mouth was, let's get a second opinion. Right. So that same day, we go to Grady. Same thing as Piedmont. We're there forever. They do the EKG, as they always do. They do the CT scan. So after that, they probably, I think in like 2 hours, they told me like what they think it is, right? Okay. And they say they believe, you know how doctors talk. They don't talk like how we talk. You know, it's always like, it's just a way how scientists talk that normal people don't really talk. And it's like, we believe it's a mediastinal germ cell tumor, a certain type of cancer, right? And yeah, and once you hear that, and when you hear mediastinal, that's just a word for chest. Right. And it's a germ cell tumor. The type of the cancer is, it normally affects young men between like 19 and 20, whatever. Yeah. And normally the tumor itself is normally in your testicles. Wow. But this one was in my chest because they theorize it's because when I was an embryo in my mother's womb, the bacteria that eventually grew into the tumor was in my chest, like where my testicles were. You know, when you're an embryo, your testicles start here, then they go down. Yeah. They think the bacteria stayed up here, and as my balls went down, where it should have went with my balls. Right. So, and it grew over the years and time until it got the size of just bigger than a golf ball. And so the doctor told me, you know, the plan whereas we could either remove the tumor now and maybe it won't grow back, or what we want to do is shrink the tumor through chemotherapy and then remove it 6 months from now. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm like, hey, well, what do you want to do? And they give me, hey, this is what we should do. I'm like, okay. They told me the side effects of it, and I'm saying, hey, it is what it is. So, and I was in great condition. Like, I was in peak performance. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I went through the chemo. The first couple of days was fine. I was doing 1 week on, 2 weeks off.
Okay.
So I spent 1 week in the hospital, two weeks, doing whatever. And the first 5 days was fine and everything. I was, chilling. And I remember that Friday when I got out of the hospital, the nausea and the headache, everything just hit me all at once. Cause like I was taking medicine in the hospital to counteract it and make it not so bad.
Right.
But when I got out, it was just like, wow, I couldn't do. I was just like damn near in the fetal position. Like I couldn't do anything.
Wow.
And I learned as time goes on, like when I'm in the hospital, things is okay. But when I get out, it's like that week, that 2 weeks where I'm out, at least the first week is just terrible. And then even the medicine in the hospital wasn't really counteracting the nausea too much.
Okay.
And I think like 2 or 3 months into it, after the first month, I lost my hair. All my hair went out. My eyebrows, I was like a newborn baby, like smooth everywhere.
Right.
And they don't tell you like you lose hair everywhere. You think it's just your head, but like, bro, you got no eyebrows, bro. Like your balls are like smooth. So it's like, damn. So and then I lost the weight.
Okay.
I remember one time I looked myself in the mirror, and boy, when I tell you I did not recognize myself, I think I lost maybe like 40 pounds. I think I was like walking around 160, 170. And boy, when I tell you, bro, I was completely unrecognizable to what I am right now. And it's definitely a life-changing experience. And the fatigue was on a whole new level, right? When I be home, like call the boys, like let's play the game, and I'll just be sitting in the chair just like this, playing the game, right? And I'll get exhausted just sitting up, just doing this, just sitting up. I'll get exhausted. I'm like, hey, I gotta lay down. You know what I mean? It's that bad. It's the worst experience that I wouldn't want my worst enemy to go through. And after the 6 months, when I got it removed, going through another 6 to 8 months of recovering from the chest surgery.
Right.
And I remember the doctor, he said with this cancer, it's not too bad. Like when it's in your testicles, you have a 90% survival rate, but when it's in your chest, you have an 80% survival rate. And I was just like, well, still a B, you know what I mean? So, but every single time they said the word cancer, it just hit different.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I'll tell you this one. So I was in pain, and they gave me 2 Percocets, right? Like here, take 2 of these, and like Percocets, they hit you pretty fast, right?
Right.
So after they give me the Percocets, 3 doctors walk in and come and talk to me. And I'm just sitting here like trying to focus, like, yeah. I'm like, damn, why would you give me these Percocets right before these guys come here and try to talk? I'm high as hell trying to listen to what you're saying to me, trying to take it seriously. But yeah, I'm here now. In 2018, I went back to lifting, and got my muscle back.
Bro, first of all, I'm sorry you went through that, bro.
Nah, don't be sorry.
Second of all, bro. Nah, bro, I just clap it up to you, bro. I don't even know if I can go through that, bro. Cause I remember when you posted everything. Like I didn't say nothing to you, but like I remember when you posted everything, you had the cancer, and like I was like, damn, cause I've known you like when you had hair. We was all out there playing football
Yeah.
overnight at Walmart,
Yeah.
talking trash at
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Playing. We wasn't playing tackle, but pretty much playing
Yeah,
tackle
two hand,
football
two and touch.
concrete.
Yeah.
So that was kind of crazy, man. But just to
Yeah.
see like where you came from, and then to now, man, like that's like a very, very big accomplishment, man. I don't know if a lot of people can go through that, bro. You didn't quit, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people quit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
bro, a lot of people quit. And you lost, cause you were pretty athletic when we was at Walmart. You were pretty athletic.
Yeah, I was all right.
And then before
Yeah.
you even caught it, and then like I said, when we first met today, like we used to see each other at Gold's Gym,
Mm-hmm.
and like you were pretty big then.
Mm-hmm.
So to gain all the muscle to lose it, then to gain it right back. And now
Damn.
you're boxing, and now you doing martial arts and stuff like that, man.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
That was.
You're a totally different animal, bro.
Yeah, that was a whole, like, cause I was thinking, I was doing the whole why me thing, and it was just like, I was doing something that I love. I was lifting like 5 days a week, man. I was like getting all these muscles and stuff, and I got hit with cancer, and I lost everything, bro. Like arms is like it's like just like you can grip my whole bicep with one hand. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it just felt like, why the fuck this happened to me? And I eventually got through that whole woe is me thing
Okay.
because just like I went through so much shit, and I think it made me tougher
Okay.
because coming to United States, not being able to speak the language, not being a United States citizen, going through immigration just to get my worker's permit. Then getting cancer, then like gaining all that weight. Gaining all that muscles to lose it, get cancer, and then 5 years later, my mom dies, and it's just like boom, gets hit after hit after hit, and it's just I know it makes you it definitely makes you stronger, but at the same time, it's just like, damn, I'm tired of being tested, you know what I mean? But, all you can do is just smile and laugh and, just enjoy what you have, because, it can always be worse, you can be dead. So, yeah, as long as you're here, bro,
All right. What doesn't matter to you at this stage of your life?
What doesn't matter?
Yeah, what doesn't matter to you at this stage of your life?
Outside opinions, drugs, alcohol, women who are just not aligned with my purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, what doesn't matter? Like something I don't care about, or
Yeah.
I feel like that could be a list a mile long. I could name a whole bunch of things I don't care about.
What's the most
But-
you don't care about?
Probably the stuff I just mentioned.
Okay.
But I think it takes more effort to care about something than not to care, because it's real easy not to care about something. It takes no effort. Just don't care. But to find a cause that you do care about, I think it takes. I admire that in people, because it takes time out of their day, and they see a cause or a purpose that they want to help fix. Could be anything, like
Okay.
feeding the children.
Okay, so what's an impactful lyric that you heard?
I was just telling I was just telling this girl that I guess I don't know if we're in a situationship, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say. I was just telling her this line. I give those who don't appreciate my presence the gift of my absence.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
And where did you hear that from?
that was Royce the 5'9" off the Vegas, off the Shady XV album.
Okay.
A song called Vegas. It was Eminem and Royce, and I was connected with that. But there's a lot of bars that I like, but when you said that was the first one that came to my head. And
Why that one?
I have a knack for like, if I sense that, hey, you don't want me around, like, hey, deuces, I'm gone. I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not wanted.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it could be a good or a bad thing, but I don't like being a nuisance. I don't like being, and I can be socially awkward at times. Sometimes I'll leave a conversation maybe early, or like I'll see somebody I know and be like, I'm gonna leave them alone. I don't want to bother them. They look busy, you know. So, but it's something I've been dealing with all my life, and I don't know. It's probably because of my ADD.
Okay. That was a good one. That was good. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, I think you'll like the song.
Okay. So, so what new person did cancer turn you into?
A new person?
Yeah. Like, you think you like?
Ah,
I don't know if metamorphosis is like the right word, but
it definitely made me. I ain't gonna lie. After cancer, I don't know if it was because I had like it's so. I guess I'm gonna have to get a little personal. So, so during like around the end of in the beginning of the cancer treatment, right? Me and my girl at the time, we were still fucking like rabbits, right? And there were times we were fucking in the hospital, and around the end of it, like the cancer really fucked with my testosterone, right? And it was just like I wasn't doing anything. You know what I mean? I wasn't jerking off or fucking anything. It was just like a little fishy. You know what I mean? Like a little. It was the gummy worm. You know what I mean? Like through it, like, and then I was just like, fuck. Like, damn, is this a side effect? And I was talking to the doctor, and he was like, I was telling him like, hey, I'm having this problem where like I don't want to have sex. You know what I mean? I don't have like the drive to have sex. And he's like, oh yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. And I was just like, oh okay, yeah. And then so afterwards, you know, I would meet with the doctor every 3 months. And then 3 months later, I met with him, and by this time, like I'm back. You know what I mean? I am back in charge. And the doctor, we're talking everything, he asked me and stuff, and my mom was there at this point, and he was like, so is everything else good? And like, you know, and I know what he means, and I'm just like, oh yeah, we good. He was like, all right. But I mentioned that because ever since then, I cheated in every relationship I was in, every relationship, and I think it's because my sex drive just went through the fucking roof, and it seemed like cancer or the chemo like give me like a reset button to where it's just like I gotta fuck, and this chick over here, she's saying she tired, she don't want to, like, I'm gonna have to look somewhere else. I gotta fuck. So yeah, and I think that's why I'm in the situationship I am now. You know, so we do everything any other couple do, but we're not. There's no title to it. You know what I mean? So there's no expectations. I don't have to be faithful. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's how cancer changed me. Not in a good way. I've broken a lot of hearts.
okay. So, what's the biggest mistake a person can make?
Like anybody?
What's the biggest mistake a person can make?
When I hear people talk about like, oh, when you're on your deathbed and you're gonna be wishing you didn't do this when you're younger, and I think like just not going for something.
Okay.
I think that's probably the biggest mistake somebody can make. Where like I'm a huge Eminem fan, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And like on Lose Yourself, when he says you have one shot, one opportunity, we take it or just let it slip. And I don't want to be in that position where I could have done the thing I always wanted to do, and I missed it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think like not going for it, not putting yourself out there, and
Not taking chances.
yeah, not taking chances, and yeah, like putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, and that's one thing jiu-jitsu has taught me, being comfortable in uncomfortable positions, because you never know what can come out of it. A lot of people run away from pain and towards pleasure, and that's what leads people to drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, all that stuff. And you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And finding a purpose is one way to get rid of that.
Okay. I like that answer. Okay. I think you'll like this question. What was your favorite cartoon growing up, and why did it leave an impression on you?
So I quote a lot of cartoons. I quote, like, one thing like, if you hang around me, two things I quote all the time: TV shows, cartoons, and movies. I'm a huge movie guy.
Okay.
And and favorite cartoon, shit, I can't really pick one, but I quote SpongeBob all the time, especially old school SpongeBob. I quote Shrek. I quote Cat Dog, Edda and Eddie, Cartoon Network, all the shows that you watch in the 90 kids shows, from like Nickelodeon to Disney Channel to Toon Disney to Cartoon Network. Yeah, I watched them all. I love them all. There was this one show that I never get a chance. People really don't talk about this show that much, but it was actually a banger show. It was called The Weeknd. You ever heard of it?
Nope.
Wait, how old are you again?
29.
Okay, you're 2 years younger. So you should have seen it. So I never get to show a chance until one day, like, I didn't change the channel and it was just playing. I was just watching. I was like, this show ain't that bad. I'm fuck with it. So the premise of the show is, it takes place between Friday evening when the kids get out of school to Sunday,
Okay.
Sunday evening when they go back to school the next day, and it's basically this shows the kids on the weekend. And the song, I remember, like, the intro song is I'm living for the weekend. And but yeah, like, yeah, look it up when you get home, bro. It's called The Weeknd. Look it up on YouTube. And yeah, it was really, I don't see nobody talking about it. It was slept on, and I slept on it too until I actually gave it a chance. Like, yo, this show was a banger. Yeah.
So all those cartoons that you named, like, why did they leave an impression on you?
You know what? I name all those cartoons, but you know what character really left an impression on me?
Which one was?
Fillmore.
Okay.
You remember Fillmore, right? Please tell me you've seen Fillmore.
No.
God damn, bro. Okay, Fillmore, like, because I always wanted to be a police officer, right?
Okay.
And Fillmore was this, he was a hall monitor,
Okay.
all right? And in middle school. And the way they set it up, they made it like, kind of like he was like a detective.
Okay.
And like they had a precinct and everything, and like, they had a chief. I think he was like an 8th grader, and they had like the commissioner, which was actually the principal, and like there was shit that would happen. Like one episode, somebody spray painted, I think, the girls' room, and like they had to investigate who spray painted the girls' room, right? And and they go and they do this. I don't know if you ever seen Silence of the Lamb. You ever seen a movie?
No, I heard of it. I haven't seen Silence of the Lamb.
Okay, so you're not a movie guy, are you?
I am. I just haven't
You're not a movie guy, bro. How have you not seen Silence of the Lamb, bro? You gotta at least see all the bangers. So they do the Silence of the Lamb shit where they had to get an expert opinion. So they go to this kid who's in detention, like he has life in detention, right? So he has to go to school and be in this room where he's not allowed to pencil or anything because he just draws on the walls and shit.
Right.
So they go and talk to him, and it's like Silence of the Lamb, where it's like, like you walk in and he's like, "Hello, Clarice," like, but he didn't say. But if you haven't seen the movie, you're not really gonna get the reference. But one thing about Fillmore is he is a man of principle.
Okay.
And that's like I don't want to call her my girlfriend, but my situationship, she says I'm strict, right? And I'm not really strict. I have standards. I have principles. And Fillmore will never break his principles for anything. I'm not sure if you've seen that. You've seen that that meme where Buddy's like the white. It's like a black dude, bald, and he's like, and she's like, "Can you please just let me go just this one time?" And like she thinks he's about to kiss her, and then he hits and opens the garage. He's like, "I'm not going out like that. I'm not going out like that, Penny. You play me for a fool." You ever seen that?
No.
But anyways,
I just haven't seen it.
so Fillmore, bro, he's a man by the book. He's a man of principle. He's a man of discipline. You know what I mean? And that's how I strive to be. And I wish there was more. And he was a black character too. And I wish there was like more characters like that, because he was the best. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't even know like how to put it into words. Like, he followed the law whether he liked it or not. You know what I mean? And that's like, if I became a police officer, that's the kind of person I want to be. And I think all men should, and all boys should follow Fillmore's example. But yeah, definitely look up the show, bro.
Okay.
Don't give me these banger shows over here.
Okay. Last question.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised you didn't give me the. Well, go ahead. It could be here right now. Go ahead.
What's a moment you would cherish forever?
Damn.
These questions have made people think.
No, I already know.
Okay.
But I already know the next moment I'm gonna cherish forever. The day I got my blue belt.
Okay. And why that?
Oh my God, I'll never forget that day. That was a great day. I remember I cried that day, actually. So I got my blue belt. During I was doing jiu-jitsu since I started jiu-jitsu in January of 2020, right?
Okay.
Right before the pandemic really hit. And I was doing it for a few months, and then the state shut everything down.
Right.
So for like a month, I think it shut down for like 2-3 weeks or something like that.
Okay.
And so I was doing at-home workouts. And I remember when it opened back up, I was one of the only ones going back to the gym because people were still scared to get back in public. So I was getting private lessons from the professor and this other, well, he's not a brown belt, but he was purple belt at the time, Densu.
Right.
And so I was able to progress a little bit faster than most.
Right.
So fast forward like 6 months later, in August, we're having this in-house tournament to where all the white belts compete, and the winner gets their blue belt.
Okay.
And I didn't know the blue belt was the prize. I just wanted to do a tournament.
Okay.
And it wasn't until like the day of where it was rumored that you get the blue belt, but it wasn't until the day of where it was confirmed. So I was like, oh shit. And this was my first competition, and I wasn't really. I was like, hey, I'm gonna try my best. If I lose, I lose. But hey, I'm gonna try my best. Let me try to win this thing. So I go through 1, 2, 3 different matches before I get to the semifinals, right? And I remember I'm going against this one guy named Austin, and really nice guy. Me and him just got coffee yesterday, and I remember like just like sitting just like standing just like this, right?
Okay.
And in my head I was thinking about Mike Tyson when he was saying when I get in the ring, I stare at my opponent the whole time. I keep staring at him, and in the moment that he looks away, it's like boom, I got him. You know what I mean? And I was staring at his eyes, right? And then Austin was not looking at me at all. He was like looking every which way, and I'm just staring at him like in my head. I'm just like, bro, you're not beating me. You're not beating me. Like, I've come this far, and we roll, and I immediately rush him. We're in this weird like half guard for like majority of it until I get full mount, and I finish with a Americana, and it was a good round and everything. I love the guy. The finals match was me and my boy Aziz. All right, me and Aziz are like really good friends, right?
Okay.
And I remember in the beginning of the tournament, we were like, "Hey, I'll see you in the finals." You know what I mean? It was like, "Yeah, I'll see you in the finals," and we actually did meet up in the finals. So it was funny. And at this point, I am exhausted, right? I think I had like four matches at the time, and I'm beat, and so is he. And we're going and stuff like that. And I'm trying not to speak too much jujitsu mumbo jumbo, but yeah. So he's in my guard, and I keep trying to shoot up a triangle, and every time I shoot it up, he smashes it, and I have to like back up, push my hips away, block the shoulder and everything, and then come back. And then one time I shot up the triangle, and Professor Chad would say he told me to pull the head, but I was actually going to pull the head right before he said anything. So he wants to take credit for it, but no, I was going to pull the head. So I pull his head down, and then I finish the triangle. He taps, and right before that happened, Professor Chris brings out the belt, right? And he places it down while we're going, like while we're in the middle of the roller. He places it down right there, and I'm looking at it. I'm just like, I hope that's gonna be mine. I don't know. And I'm just like, I'm exhausted as fuck, and I still have that belt. I don't wear it anymore because now it's too tethered. Yeah. So I haven't hanged up at the crib.
So cherish that day because.
Oh yeah. Let me get straight to it. So, anyways, I win, and they raise my hand and everything. I give Aziz a huge hug. He wraps the belt around me, and yeah, bro. It was. I could not believe it. Like while they were doing it, I was just like, oh my god, I'm a fucking blue belt. I can't believe I did it, and I was ecstatic, man. Like if I got married tomorrow, I still wouldn't be as happy as I was.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It's like it's a whole nother feeling that if you don't do jujitsu, if you don't do any martial arts, like you will not understand how great that feeling is, man. Like it's like when you see, like, I don't know if you watch the UFC and stuff, when you see them like get the belt around them, yeah. You know what I mean? When their hands raised and they say, and new UFC, like, bro, that feeling is, you feel on top of the world. You can't be touched. You know what I mean? For the next 15 minutes is this it's a dopamine overload, you know? And I know when I get my purple belt, it's gonna be even 10 times better. It's gonna be so fucking great.
You gotta invite me to one of your matches, man. If it's free, I'll come, bro.
So my next one's gonna be the next one here. Well, I'm doing Worlds, right, in Vegas on August 30th. Yeah, I'm not expecting to come to that one, but definitely I got one in September. I'm on the fence if I'm going to do it, but there's one September 21st here in Atlanta, near College Park.
Okay.
So. But yeah, if you're not doing anything, yeah, definitely come out and see.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be fun. But yeah.
That's it, Frank. I mean, so what you think about it? It was cool.
I had fun.
There was no Vlad TV thing.
I was waiting for some Vlad TV questions. I'm surprised you didn't ask me you asked everybody like where's the relationship with God. You never asked me. I was like, oh, I guess I didn't get that question.
Oh, I wasn't even.
It's fine. That's cool. I ain't shit. All right. Nah. I did all that studying, ready for all these questions, and
nah, man, I don't want you to study for it. I want it to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, some people ask for the questions before I'll send it to them, but.
Oh no, I don't want to know. What am I, Hillary Clinton? Like, yeah, send me a question, CNN. Like, no, I'm not doing all that shit.
Yeah, man.
Not to get political.
I'm glad you liked it, man. I'm glad we got a chance to sit down and talk. I ain't seen you in like.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years. Yeah, back when I was doing So you saw me before I had cancer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So
the
yeah,
Gold's Gym.
yeah. That was like it's 6.
That's like 29, like 20, somewhere between 2017 and 19, somewhere between that.
Well, definitely before
So like
20.
2017, 2018 probably.
Yeah, it had to be like 2016 or 2017
Okay, yeah.
because I was diagnosed in beginning of 2017. So
Okay.
yeah, so I had to have been like around then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah.
thank you for watching another video, another episode of
Independent Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, independent Jiu-Jitsu. Independent MMA Fitness in McDonough. Come check us out.
Okay.
That's,
Okay.
yeah, that's my gym.
Don't go. Thank you for watching another video, another episode of Brown Talk, man. I'm sitting here with
Francis. Frank. What is it?
Francis.
Science Freak.
Science Freak.
Yeah. IG Science Freak.
Dragon
Freak spelled
Ball Z
with 2
loving
E's.
Dragon Ball Z loving ass.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, man. So like, yeah. So,
The
thank
Vegeta
y'all for
mindset.
watching another video, and until next time, peace out.